Well, hello there again, everyone. So glad you could join us again for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Case 3, Turnabout Samurai, where we survived our first day in court. We actually got a lot of good stuff today, a lot of good leads today. Last time, I mean, of course. Last time we got a lot of good leads as we worked Ms. Oldbag and her testimony, and we found out a lot of critical stuff involving other people who have been at the studio where the murder of Jack Hammer happened. Most importantly, the producer and director were there, plus miscellaneous bigwigs. Law of story point conservation tells me I'm gonna guess the miscellaneous bigwigs are not gonna feature in the plot. But there you go. Before we go into the game itself, a little thing here, just not a huge time waster this time, just wanted to make you guys aware, this is my first time recording with my new keyboard, a Logitech G413, which I'm pretty happy with so far, having worked with it a couple of days. It is a little noisy when it goes clackety-clack though, so I'm a little curious how it's going to sound on the recording. My previous keyboard certainly sounded well, and this one, well, let me just do a little bit of a look at me doing serious typing. That's like me doing some, 80s hacker, or 90s hacker, I guess, speed hacking. I'm hacking the mainframe. It's a quite clackety-clack, and it feels really good when typing. I'm really happy with this keyboard in that sense, but it might be a bit bad for this recording. I hope it sounds mighty charming to hear those clackety-clacks. Not that I'll be... This isn't exactly the game where I'm going to be hitting those buttons very much now, am I? Or it's going to be a very nice pace. Of course, this spacebar is going to be quite loud. No, actually, that's pretty muted. Not too bad. Maybe Enter's going to be bad? I don't know. I think we will make do, guys. So, we should go to the studio and do some more research to try and pin down who the main culprit was, so we can save Will Powers. I guess we also want to save Ms. Oldbag. We did kind of accuse her of the crime. That was mainly a tactic to buy time, of course. I don't think, and Phoenix does not think, I really doubt she's the actual killer, so let's try and fix all that as we go in. No one's here. Right. Now that they have Ms. Oldbag in custody. Oh no! I didn't even think about that. Now that she's a possible suspect, she's in custody as well? Well, that's lucky for us, so we can just dick around here, I guess? If a studio, or really any company, if a company's security guard was suspected of a crime and they had to be, put under custody, would that company really not, hire a temp guard to fill in the slot? I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'm jumping the gun and there's going to be some really scary new guy here. Hello, I am Boris. I am new guard in interim. Anyway, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Okay, yeah, well, fine then. If the game says so. I guess they did make the point that the studio is kind of down on its luck, so, maybe they just had to go shit, I guess we're not guarding the entrance then. Hey, in the guard station! Look! She left her donuts! What? I wasn't going to eat them. Okay then, Maya. You just keep eyeing those, why don't you? Oh, that's a little haunting. There's no music here with Ms. Oldbag gone. Oh, makes you kind of feel bad, which I guess is the point, since we did do her kind of raw, didn't we? But, So let's do a quick examination here before heading to Studio 2, I believe, is what we're interested in now. Have not been there yet, and also that was where the bigwigs were. Miscellaneous and otherwise. But first, the computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh. It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Curious that. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Yes, that is something we've established, but it's always good to review that so we remember. Oh, let's have a look here as well. The security guard station. Ms. Oldbag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk there. Huh, fair enough. We should probably have a quick look at the evidence we have, of course. Once again, to refresh my memory, we have the autopsy report, we have the time of death, and being killed by a spear. We have this card key, which actually worked as a adventure game item, allowed us to get into the studio, but also helped in proving that the kid probably was not the killer. If you guys forget, there's a fanboy kid has been sneaking around here as well to catch the Silver Samurai in action. Here's the photo where he's dragging one leg. I'm still, now that I look at it, yeah, he is kind of walking in a kind of a weird gait, I guess, but I'm still having trouble telling which leg it is that he's dragging. I'm gonna say his left leg, but we have the guide map, which I think we used it at one point. Did we? I don't remember. But anyway, it provides us with, it's important to know where everything is. And this came up in Oldbag's testimony. It's the murder weapon that was broken and has been mended with duct tape. That has not come up in the case yet. I'm not sure how it's going to come up. I mean, we haven't used it since it came up. I suppose it did come up since we picked it up, but we haven't been able to use it in any way yet. So we'll have to keep our eyes and ears open for anything that might contradict the state of that spear. I think that's going to be important at some point. The main entrance to the studios. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Oh yeah, I guess you could do that. Yeah, that's another solution. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Fair enough. Alright. We can only move. Should we have a quick look at the employee area before we go to the studios? I guess we might as well be thorough, yes? Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Oh, nice, Penny. Hey.
Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh. Don't mention it.
Is it true they caught the security lady?
Oh,
Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain.
You mean that one? Oh yeah, that is nice and duct taped. Oh wow, what a mess.
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Stunt assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just, lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't.
Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more.
If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation.
Alright then, that was a nice little chat with Penny there. I see, this is, I guess now that it came up in court, this is kind of a liability, a little hole that kids can crawl through, so...
So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain?
So it seems.
I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
I feel kinda sorry for him, though, don't you?
What? You want to rip the grate off?
Really, Nick? We can?
Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. I don't think we should be touching that. No. Nah, I think we should leave it on. They only just repaired it. And if we take it off, that assistant will get yelled at by you-know-who.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, I didn't expect her to take it that hard. Interested in a little dirty deeds done dirt cheap there, I guess. No clues here. Oh, okay, cool, you can just hit it in a random place, but fair enough, just get a generic quote like that. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. Interesting. So there's a prompt to look at this again, but I think it's going to be just like, do you want to rip it open after all? So I think we'll let it be. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Tokyo Castle. Yeah. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point?
It makes it a lot easier to go up hills.
Don't people cycle to get exercise? Yeah, I know. We had this dialogue before. That's a little bit of a problem with this game, is it'll reset these, checked-out clue marks, but there isn't actually anything new there. That's a little unfortunate to me, but... not the most horrible thing in the world, but it's just a little unfortunate, like, oh, this isn't actually anything new. Yeah. So, and you only realize it once you're neck deep in it, so, yeah. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment.
Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry.
What else would they keep in a film studio? Yeah. The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Okay, we didn't get the crazy dialogue from Maya this time, where she's all about eating that steak, even though you just had a burger, if you guys recall. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least.
Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this!
Be my guest.
Okay! Aw, too bad. It's sold out.
Alright then. Yeah, I remember that too. I remember because I was like, what? You don't eat popcorn on the movie studio, you eat it in the theater. But sure. And we still can't look at this random towel rack. I remember that as well. What the heck, guys? Why does this not, like, raise any bells? Like, what the heck? A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign on the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Sure. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's go in. Maybe there'll be something else to steal?
Hey, we're not thieves.
But we did take that card key.
Oh, we borrowed that. There's a difference. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Yuck. Okay, yeah, we could go into the dressing room still. I guess we'll... Again, to be thorough, which, unfortunately that means we're doing a little bit of stuff we've already done, but I'll try to blaze past this. Once we get to Studio 2, that's where things get interesting.
This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder.
That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping.
But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then.
She's got a point. That's an interesting point, actually. Did the killer have some foresight, or how did he, she, they, whatever, like, time it? I don't know. It's locked. I guess he doesn't open his window much. It is kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here, like he said. Yeah, that's all familiar stuff. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Wait, Nick!
Oh, what now?
These snacks! They've passed the expiration date!
Then don't eat them.
Oh, they're snacks. They're meant to be eaten.
Okay, that I don't remember from last time, so I guess it is worth it to check these things out. I mean, not that that's probably not going to come up in our, later trial, but, it was fun to get that little quip there. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be Mr. Powers' personal clothes. Yup. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. Good job there, Phoenix. Yeah, of course, you need to have it to be able to put on makeup and stuff, so... Yeah. There's an array of cosmetics here. According to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show.
Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick! Get with the picture!
Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by seeing a wig.
I, kinda like samurai movies.
Kinda. Yup.
Mr. Powers' bag. I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked.
Maya, leave those alone! Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. Oh my god, that's a really good gag that Phoenix is secretly super into bullshit Batboy found style rags. That's really funny. And also him just being like to himself, just like, oh my god, that's good shit. Oh, that's really good. I dig that. Oh, Penny's not here. Okay then. Well, let's go outside Studio 1, see what's shaking here. I guess I could pop into actual Studio 1 once again before we go to Studio 2. Since I am being thorough now, so yeah.
Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out.
We will, but I have to do this, Maya. Sate my curiosity. I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit.
This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever.
Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired.
Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over.
But I am still young. Oh, poor guy. No clues here. There's something... There. What is it? In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. The monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by it without a problem.
This monkey head is real heavy.
Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell.
Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Must be cast iron steel if Maya's having trouble lifting that thing. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that was the path we were looking at there. Let's have a look at the camera as well. That's the security camera that automatically takes pictures of people here. It took 2 pictures on the day of the murder before the actual time of death. One of them was the Steel Samurai. The other was a grade school boy. It doesn't seem to be switched on today. Yeah, makes sense. The studio mascot. Apparently it's a monkey of some kind. I've never seen a monkey with a nose like that before.
Why don't they put his head back on? Maybe we should ask that assistant?
I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. And you'd probably need a crane to move that thing.
Probably so,
she says while casually lifting it and scooting it back in place while Phoenix's back is turned. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. I think we will be going there first before we head off to Studio 2. I know that's the big score is going to be Studio 2, but let us be thorough, why don't we? Also, I'm really curious where Penny went off to since she was supposed to be there at the desk. Is she back in here?
I don't really want to be in here.
Yeah, it is a murder scene.
I want to go someplace else. Nick?
Aha! Aha! We can still dick around here, so just stay put, Maya. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show.
Of course! That's the Mountain Neo Fujiyama.
Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there?
Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo.
Yeah, and yes, you can see Mount Fuji from Tokyo. Weather needs to be clear and you need to be in like a skyscraper, but I'm pretty sure you can do it. Someone correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Hey, smile, Nick. You're a star.
Stop that! Man, these two are adorable. I said it already before, like we're kind of repeating myself since we're doing the same stuff, but Man, it's such a good idea to have Maya join the team. It becomes so much funnier, these investigations, when it's Phoenix playing off of her rather than Phoenix just doing solo investigations. It was fine when he was solo investigating Mia's murder, but this has been a really good comedy routine ever since these two intrepid crime solvers have been at it.
Look, a ladder!
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right. Sorry. This girl is out there. Yes, indeed. I remember that gag, too. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. I wonder if that's gonna come back at some point. It is a little weird detail, but...
Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in! I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that! One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real live megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action!
This girl is more troubled than I thought. She's a little excitable, I'll give you that. That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that.
Huh.
What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment?
Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai.
I think she's being serious. Yeah, okay, I don't think there was anything new here, actually, this time. So this was a bit of a bust coming back here. Maybe that's why Maya was like, let's go somewhere else. Oh well. We can be satisfied now that we've explored all alternate things. Now we can get to the meat of the matter. So, October 18th, Studio 2 entrance.
This is Studio 2?
I thought so.
It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it?
No, that it does not.
Hey, there's a trailer over there.
That looks like it's just a building. Isn't the trailer supposed to be on wheels? It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Yeah, I wonder what's going on here. Is they just that they aren't filming on the other studio, so this is just a storage space now for them? I don't know.
Are we sure this is a studio?
Alright, well, let's have ourselves a look-see. Look at this rocking bus here. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine.
Well, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had a license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
Look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
That's pretty funny. Also, yeah, wow, interesting. Does not have a driver's license. I think transit in Japan is pretty damn good, so I think you can get by pretty well without a license there. I guess as long as you stick to urban centers. I don't know. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. An incinerator, eh? What a strange thing to have there. There's a big 2 painted here.
Probably because this is Studio 2?
Probably, though it doesn't look anything like a studio. Right, and cannot look at the gate. Curious that. What about these kind of photorealistic bushes back there? I guess they're not photorealistic, but they kind of look different from the more cartoony environments here. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too.
What is it with steaks around here?
What's the deal with T-bone steaks?
Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know. It just feels odd.
Okay, is that our clue to remember that there was steak being eaten here? Are we gonna bust someone on being a vegetarian and then we're just like, objection, there was steak being served there. So how do you explain that? And it's like, well, I brought my own lunch. Oh, okay, well, never mind then. I think I said I shouldn't be too much conjecturing and like trying to guess, but here I go again with my wild theories. These look like materials for making a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard.
Huh, I guess so. That's a nice flower garden, though. There are some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty! They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. It is a little risky looking, isn't it? Especially this bit is a little bent here. Oh well, as long as she doesn't trip over it, it's all good. On closer inspection, this trailer looked like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Strange that.
Nick, let's go inside.
You think it's okay? Oh well, it's locked. Aw, shucks. Really? This is all that Studio 2 amounted to? Okay. Did I miss something? I'm pretty sure I got everything. That's really, really odd that we didn't get anything here. Maybe there's something on this table or something was off. Just a little hidden pixel. No? No, it seems like... Okay, well, let's try backing off, see if we maybe bump into Penny again, or something comes up. Maybe something will. Maybe we'll find a key somewhere to get inside that trailer. Quote-unquote trailer, but... Huh, no, it's, Wow, that's weird. Nothing's really going off, huh? Music plays here for some reason, even though it's so quiet elsewhere in the studio. I think that's also a little odd. Do I have to... Maybe I have to move this after all? This is still unchecked. Let's have a look.
So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain?
So it seems. Yeah, we had this dialogue before, so... Let's see. Should we actually do this? I guess we should. I guess it's always paid off to be bold in this game, although it's mainly been in court so far. Let's go here as well. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Pinatas, for example.
Oh, yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes.
Sometimes?
Hi-ya! There. That should make the kids happy.
The things we do. Let's have a look in there. The drain grate is off. And I know who did it.
Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that?
Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Yeah, I'm not convinced we did a good job here yet. Although I appreciate Maya apparently just karate kicking that thing into a million pieces and whatever happened there. Oh, okay, oh, cool. Apparently that was what we needed to trigger this dialogue with Penny.
Oh, hello. Ho-ho! You look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing?
Aha, well now we can, in fact, chat it up with Penny, so let's do it. So, how are the studios doing?
There's police wandering around everywhere, it's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder.
You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area?
Yeah, can you believe it?
Sure, actually, that makes perfect sense, because that might somehow come up in the case. So let's ask about the fanboy.
Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though.
Uh-huh. Presuming it's the same kid who was here the day of the murder, I guess.
I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio heads seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? Or the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer.
The producer, huh? Alright, good to know that she, I guess, is gonna be important. Good to know.
Not really sure what that is, sorry.
Dang it, but it's so shiny. I've been told I can drive a car when I have this. That was a really good gag still, I think.
Wow, they gave a lawyer one of those card keys?
Oh, well, I'm sort of borrowing it.
I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good at keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful.
Alright.
Could you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway?
Looks like she didn't know about this photo or the injury that morning.
Never mind.
That's good to know, I guess, that she isn't aware of these details. Okay, that didn't work. That's too bad. How about the spear?
Say, you work with the props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around.
So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like.
Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of?
Well, we got a little bit forward, I think, just chatting Penny up. Let's cycle back. First here, nothing. Do a little circuit of the place again now that we've talked to Penny, in case that triggers something. Ah, looks good. So really, I should have just taken that cardboard off of the entrance, the grate. The first chance I had. I just was like, this might have... I don't know why, but I just thought this might have negative consequences rather than this might drive the plot forward, so... Maybe it didn't, actually. Maybe we just had to dick around long enough to have past time for Penny to appear. Like, maybe it had nothing to do with that grate, but I don't know.
This place is deserted.
Whee! Nick! What was that noise?
It sounded like it came from inside the trailer.
Someone must be inside.
Hello?
No answer.
Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in.
I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh. It's locked. We found that out already. Okay, I guess.
What? Don't we have a key?
No. But there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it.
If they'll let us. Alright, so now we go back there then. This is a little awkward, this part. It's a bit of my own fault as well for not being brave enough to open up that grate. The security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew.
I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Huh? So... Wait, what do I have to do to... That's odd. I'm a little confused now. Like, what is next time? How do I get in there and get that card key? Oops, hold on. Nope, nothing new here. Well, I guess we'll go to the employee area to maybe see if, like, someone has appeared out of that vent. No. Huh. Now I have to admit, I am drawing a little bit of a blank on what our next move should be. I can still go in the dressing room. Ooh,